Check, 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 check. Microphone check, 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 check. 1, 2, check, 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 check. Love and
All right, what up, what up? Let's get right into it. So, it's May 22nd. We got game four tonight between the Los Angeles Lakers and Denver Nuggets. Presently, right now, Denver is up 3 games to 0. Um, Waiting in the wings is the winner of the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics series. Boston is currently down 3 games to 0. Game four in Miami tomorrow, Tuesday, 23rd of May. We very well may see sweeps in both conference finals between the Nuggets sweeping the Lakers and the Miami Heat sweeping the Celtics. Kind of crazy to think if you look at the history of those two historic franchises with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics. It's not something that you commonly hear that either team is getting swept or has the potential to get swept out the playoffs, let alone just one of those teams. Um, I know, well, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure the league, from a media standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, does not want that. And you can kind of see that with the games, with how they've kind of gone on as far as the officiating. I don't want to get too conspiracy theorist, but you can tell when you watch certain games how the flow of the game is going, as far as certain calls going one way, certain calls going another way, certain players getting away with certain things. You can kind of get the sense that they're pushing the league. That is, they're pushing for a particular outcome, and that's also aided by the commentary that you hear from a team, or not, excuse me, you hear from the network, from the broadcasting network, the commentary, the narratives that are cast out before the game, during the game, after the game, the commentary, the omission of certain things that are transpiring. It's been going on all season. It's been going on for years. It's been going on for decades. Sometimes there are teams that can break through, they can overcome that, or there are athletes given the sport that can overcome that and beat the odds and do what they can do. But many times than not, that's not the case. I've always had the mindset, not always, but in more recent years, had the mindset that if you're playing a LeBron James team, for example, if you're playing the Los Angeles Lakers, you got to beat three different commodities. You have to beat LeBron and the Lakers. You have to beat the officials, so you have to beat the league. Then you have to beat the media, the mainstream media um, platform, because all three are working in conjunction with another to present a certain story. Sports, on a professional level in particular, it's not about the competitive nature of the sport. It's about narrative. It's about entertainment. That's what it is. The NFL, Major League Baseball, all these various professional sports, it's about the storyline. It's about the emotions that are tied to particular athletes, particular events. It's like a soap opera, just with action. That's what it is. You have people acting emotional when certain things don't go their way, and it's understandable. I mean, because there are certain athletes that we admire, that we see, we notice certain traits or attributes that we gravitate towards. We are privy, we're informed to different storylines, different um, uh, arcs that an athlete will go through. Sometimes we've gone through the same or gone through something similar, and we can relate to it, and that helps us gravitate towards that athlete. Some of us are so enamored by what they can do from an athletic performance level that we become fans, we become fanatics for that athlete or for that team, for that franchise, whatever the case may be. And then, in addition to maybe what we're seeing from a visual aspect, from what we're learning about that athlete or from that team, uh, we're being told certain things repeatedly, year after year, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute. And it's like, to an extent, we're being programmed to think a certain way, and that doesn't just happen with sports, but it happens through other um, levels of entertainment, whether it's political, yeah, politics is entertainment, whether it's through music or television, cinema, whatever the case may be. It's all about entertainment. And through entertainment, people can be manipulated and programmed. I know I went off on a tangent, kind of going on to a deeper level of conversation, but just going back to the main point, May 22nd, it's a Monday, game three, Western Conference Finals, Denver Nuggets and Los Angeles Lakers playing in LA. Nuggets going for the sweep. We'll see what happens. I initially, if we're going just on basketball, I initially picked the Nuggets to win in five, so they're surpassing my expectations. The reason I picked them, just from a basketball sense, is just because of they don't have. There is no the Lakers aren't equipped to stop what the Nuggets can do from an offensive standpoint. No one's gonna guard Jamal Murray. Their guards are too big. So whenever there's a pick and roll, when you have switches, which is the Lakers would like to do and rotate, they don't have the personnel to really cover the guards of Denver or the bigs of Denver. Not the bigs, but the wing players. Whether it's Jeff Green, whether it's Aaron Gordon, whether it's Jamal Murray, um, Caldwell Pope, whatever the case may be, Brown, and they pass well. They have a system. They can facilitate the offense. I'm talking about Denver through Jamal Murray or through Jokic, who's one of the best passers presently in the game. Um, and Jokic, being that he's so unselfish as a player, it enables the talented roster that he's surrounded by. And I neglected to mention Michael Porter, um, to be efficient and to pick their spots and to get off. And if he needs to be dominant, he can pick and choose when to do so. I believe game three, he waited and he chose his spot second half, the fourth quarter, to really go off. While in the first quarter, the first half, Jamal Murray, he was going off. I believe he had 30 points in the first half. I think he had 17 in the first quarter. So it's there isn't anything that the Lakers can do to offset what Denver is doing. When you have LeBron James in the game, who's an older player, a lot of wear and tear on his legs, on his body, Denver's doing the right thing by pushing the pace, which is what the Warriors would do. And they've done that for years. They did that when they'd go against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals against LeBron. Push the pace back and forth. The San Antonio Spurs did the same thing to LeBron when he was with Miami and all of them. Uh, you push the pace, ball movement, back and forth. That's what Denver's been doing. And then when he's out, use your size, use your offensive sets, know when to switch the pace up, control the overall pace of the game. Uh, Mike Malone is a great coach, and he's been able to make those adjustments. Um, Darvin Ham for the Los Angeles Lakers side, I think he's a really good coach as well. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves, having to not only put in the proper rotations and lineups given who you're going against, but then to also manage egos to the best of his ability, having to sit LeBron and to do other things that are more important for the overall scheme of winning for the team, and to not talk bad about his star player in the media. He can't do that anyways, because if he does, you're out the league, you get fired. But him having the wherewithal to manage everything, balance everything up until this point as a rookie head coach, has been good, and he is showing why he deserved the opportunity in the first place. With the Lakers, for as far as him having success, their success is incumbent on Anthony Davis and um, him imposing himself defensively and offensively. He'd had a game earlier in the series where I believe he had 40 points, and it was I don't want to say non impactful, but the 40 points weren't, they didn't really dictate the outcome of the game. And that's been the case. That's been with LeBron over the last several years. As far as he'll get stats, he'll look really impressive with the box score, and people will check like the highlight reel They'll check a YouTube highlight, they'll check a ESPN highlight in addition to their commentary, and you'll have this impression that he was extremely dominant. He controlled every aspect of the game. But if you actually watch the game play by play, ignore the the uh, false commentary to go along with the game that you're watching, you will see his impact has been minimal. So, um, in order for them to be successful, you gotta. It's a tall task. They're already too deep. They may win this game three in LA, but from a schematic standpoint, from a personnel standpoint, I don't think they don't. I don't believe they have what it takes. And you're asking the Lakers to win four straight, including what, two more in Denver, which would be the game seven in Denver at that higher elevation, to where what I just said earlier, as far as one of the ways to beat this current incarnation of the Lakers led by LeBron is to run back and forth. And you want to tell me they wouldn't implement that strategy, have the fast pace if they were to play a game seven, if they play game five in Denver at that higher elevation? Yeah, so it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Are they going to get this game tonight? Who knows? Possibly. I'm not trying to be a hater, but the league may work in overdrive to try and save face. And the Lakers could win tonight. I mean, they could have won the last game, game three. I mean, they were down by big. They were down big early. They were able to work their way into the game, and it was tied up in the fourth. And I believe the Nuggets went on a 13-1 run and just kind of squashed everything. So um, anything can happen. Anything can happen, especially when you consider money and the financial aspects of things. Money controls damn near everything. So that's something you always got to keep in mind. Where is the money going? But we'll see. Um, this year looks like basketball may win as far as them not casting the typical stars in the finals. The Celtics, the historic franchise, and Lakers, historic franchise. Uh, LeBron, the guy that's been promoted as the greatest of all time, and this and that, versus um, Jason Tatum, the supposed to be this edition or this generation's Kobe, or one of the players claiming that title, along with Devin Booker and some of the others. What would it would be a great story if LeBron, the GOAT, can get his fifth ring as a Laker, beating the Celtics, beating the Kobe, like all these different elements. Like so, I'm glad we're actually just seeing the best basketball team win. I'm not a fan of Denver, but I like seeing good basketball and players who have worked hard to get to this point. And with Miami, led by Jimmy Butler, led by Eric Spoelstra, an underrated coach, underrated player, in spite of their accomplishments and accolades, they don't get the proper acknowledgement from mainstream media that they deserve. But they're playing lights out. They're playing well. They're showing, you know, Jimmy's a dog. He's tough. He doesn't care. You talk mess to him, he turns up. And it's been great to see him play. It's been great to see that cast of, I don't want to call them like underdogs, but that cast of players, many not drafted, even though there are some that were drafted who are performing at such a high level in Eric Spoelstra's system and playing to their strengths. And essentially, Eric is showing you you can play a certain way, you can maximize your potential for winning. You may not be able to always show like what you can do from an individual scale, but the game is about winning. And they all take their turns and they follow Jimmy's lead. And him and Bam, um, Struess, all the guys they have, and this is without Tyler Hero. Um, it's been great to watch from a basketball standpoint. So I'm hoping we can get these over sooner than later. these series respectively, and the best team respectively winning each series. At this point, 3 games in for each conference final, it's looking like Denver is the best team in their respective pairing, just like Miami is looking like the best team in their respective pairing. Anything can happen. It would bring and build a lot of drama if both teams came back and at the very least forced a game 6 or 7. I'm sure the league, the networks would love that, but we'll see what happens. It's looking like we're going to see Denver versus Miami for it all, and that would be a great precedent if that happens. And if Miami, well, I won't go into who wins, but as an 8 seed making it to the finals, it's impressive. But we'll see how things go. Anyway, time will tell. I'll catch you next time.